This is a new project. Their collection is not launched yet, so we're going to learn about what they are going to launch. And also, the booth right next to us, Anima Machinam. Is that how you're pronouncing that? Machinam?
Yeah, Anima Machinam.
Machinam. Okay.
Yeah,
That's also there. So they got two booths. So we're actually going to be here for the whole hour. And halfway through, we'll just move over there and you can like talk about that more specifically. But that's great. So I got you on the screen share. If you wanted to, like, and I see that like you have the booth up, but if you wanted to show like the website and anything and just give us a little rundown of what it is, and we can ask stuff along the way. Anybody
sure.
watching in the Twitch or anywhere in the universe, throw us some questions while he's doing it.
So we want to bring to take the winning formula that Funko did and apply to other niches and other collectible niches. And in the future, I think it can apply to all the e-commerce. Like the CEO of Wax, he already stated that he believed that in the future, all the physical items might have their digital twins in NFTs. So that's what we believe is the merchandise or the collectibles thing. So we want to be an incubator that onboard other creators, other brands, smaller brands that maybe don't have big IPs like Funko, but they have really good physical products, really good art, really good established brands in Web 2. So they want to try Web 3 and don't know how. So we can be their partner that bring them on. And I think Wax is the best place, the best blockchain to do so. That's why we choose Wax. So what we're building is we're building a community and a collection, and also the website. The community just can be like we can be a bridge to connect Web 2 and Web 3 projects together. And we're also doing our in-house collection that we talk to Web 2 creators, artists, or makers that want to try new market, a new audience, a new way of selling. So why in our process, we saw that they are very skeptical of the Web 3 market, and some of the reasons are they don't know how to, all the legal issues. So we established our project in a crypto-friendly uh, country so that they don't have to worry about the legal parties and just focus on what they do best is creating arts and products. More on that on the Anima Machinam collection, and we actually have a founder of Anima Machinam joining us later. So some of our we chose the name artisans is because we want to focus on the craftsmanship and the quality of the end products. Because we believe that we're not gonna have the big IPs like Funko does, but we can bring uh, creators with much more quality products. I believe so, but they don't have the awareness and the tools that needed to go on Web 3. We also provide learning and growth opportunities for both Web 2 and Web 3 projects to connect together, and basically all the community perks that Web 3 provides.
That's
So this
awesome.
is our
So yeah,
first.
yeah. Let's pause for a second. Anybody got questions or anything? Throw them in the chat for us. We see you're going to provide
Feel free to ask.
some services for people to create VRLs.
That's correct.
And then also the Anima Machinam is a collection of your own by Shell Industries. So you're doing both. You're going to have a collection, and also you're going to help others create their own VRLs and like the system to set it up. Is that right?
That's right. Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Just like when Funko, they just joined Wax, and they acquire the token head team to be their technical team to handle all the drops.
Mm-hmm.
So we can be the token head of other
Gotcha.
brands and
Yeah,
yes.
that's a good. All right, that's a good way to say it. So like Funko, they're using another party to facilitate their VRLs, and this is like ArtisanVerse is going to do that for other projects, but you're going to pilot it with your own collection first. All right, awesome. So carry
Yes,
on.
I think we want to do that to prove that if we success on the first sale, it will prove to first of all our creators and our makers that this model works, and we can use that success to further onboard other creators because they need proof of success and to continue working with us.
Mm-hmm.
Because talking to them, because the NFT has very bad reputation in the last 1 or 2 years.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's lucky for us that we yeah.
Yeah, that was talked about yesterday at the main stage a little bit about Comic-Con and how you have to approach people, which is also on topic for Funko because that's all over Comic-Con, but how they approach people that are not into Web3 to try to sell, like to push NFTs. And you can't say the word NFT. You have to say digital collectible because there's that bad of a connotation on it. Unfortunately, here we are at NFTOPIA, but because we're not those people. But hopefully that stigma changes as things come. But this is great that you're like helping that part of the education of it.
Yeah, and it's lucky for us that we also get a lot of support from Atomic Hub as well because the party we on board on the shell industries they show their previous products and what they did in the Web2 markets. It shows quality and trust. So we are in talk with Atomic Hub to launch our first collection on their launchpad as what they did with the Ultraman drop a few months ago.
Nice.
Yeah. So the concept of Anima Machinam is a toy collection. Let me see if I can find. Oh, it's not here. Okay, it's a toy. Let me see. Let me share some screens.
Yeah, you go for it. You can
But
talk
it's
about
a
that.
two-in-one product. Yeah. Do I have to go to the link you provide to share the screen again, right?
Yeah, the same link. Did you stop? I still see you. It might be frozen, but yeah.
Okay. I have to switch to the other slide of Anima Machinam.
Well, you would stay on. You're on the same screen, so you would just bring it over to the one you're sharing.
Okay. Share. Stop sharing.
Humble Drawing made it into the booth. What's up? Yeah, I see what's on their screen. So yeah, you just gotta show what's there, what you want there.
Okay. Oh, you share the Anima Machinam?
Right now I'm seeing like a Twitter page or something, or an Instagram page. That's your screen, right?
Stop sharing. How do I change the screen that I want to share?
Here, we can redo it. Here, I'm hanging you up. All right, just refresh that same link, and then go ahead and do it again.
Okay, can you see it?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Boom, got it. So Anima Machinam, which is the booth right next to us, but we don't have to move to the next booth. Carry on. So he's going to talk about that too. They're doing both. This is their collection part of it.
Yeah. So basically, Shell Industries contain Web2 artists, from concept artists, 3D artists, and physical creators that make their expertise is making gunpla pickers. You know about the Gundam models. So our founder is a founder of a boutique custom Gundam figure maker.
Awesome. A figure maker, huh? So you got
And
some.
we connect them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we see
So
some
with
of
our
some of their
concept artists,
artwork.
we are with. Yeah.
Sorry, keep
This should be
interrupting.
the
Good.
first six concepts of the first six characters that we will turn into art toys or figures, you may say, in form of a chibi style. So the collection will have the story, and each character will have his storyline as well. We want to build a world out of this collection. The concept is based on the military vehicles like tanks and jet fighters. You can see this Gulf Eagle is based on the F-15. The Armstrong here is based on the Abrams tanks, and so on. This one is the MiG-29, I think. Yes. So the redeemable figures will be similar to what Funko is doing. They have three types of tiers. One is you have to collect all the digital NFT to be able to redeem. And one tier is the legendary one. If you're lucky, just open it and you can redeem it directly when the time comes. And the grail one is the most limited one. And this is the chibi model. We actually have a prototype ready, and I think if Hip can show it later on, when he
sweet.
can join. He's having some technical difficulty.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
it's fine. Yeah, some people do. Yeah. Well, these are great slides. It's showing everything really well. You see the artwork. How do you work with multiple artists, or is it one person doing all this?
Of the concept artist is just one, and the 3D designer is one.
Okay.
But the keycap maker is, I think, is a highlight of it. Is a team.
Okay,
Called Draft Factory. They are, yes. Draft Factory is a very well known.
So yeah, it's awesome artwork. But then these are VRLs, right? You got your Grail like set up like Funko. Does every one of them is going to be a VRL, or is it like the special ones? And whenever I'm saying they're like little figurines. They're actual like little toys figurines that look like those mech, those things.
Yeah, all of them are VRL, and the collection will have many designs, around 20 to 25 characters, but only 6 of those will be made into physical figures.
Okay.
These 6.
Okay, those 6 are the physical ones.
Yeah. So I want to talk about Draft Factory. It's a very well-known maker in the keycap factory market. If you guys are into artisan keycap, and I think you should, you probably know them. They have a lot of collaboration with well-known brands like Nintendo, Steel Series, all those kind of stuff. I think I can show you guys their website.
Yeah, awesome. And just a quick recap for people that didn't watched from the beginning. But we're now looking at Anima Machinam, which is actually the booth next to us, but they own both of these booths. And this is a collection they're launching soon, which will have these mechs and these VRLs kind of set up like a Funko drop with their figurines. And they're using this to pilot their first service, basically. But this is the first thing they're going to pilot for their own. But then ArtisanVerse, which is actually the booth we're in, is going to be a service to help others create their own VRLs. And the way he described it when we started is like Funko is Funko, but they don't actually, they work with other partners to do things, and they work with a partner to handle the VRLs, like to get it out there based on the NFTs and all that. ArtisanVerse is here. They're going to help others do that. So if there's any independents that want to and need some kind of third party to help the shipping and all that kind of stuff, that's their goal. But now we're looking at Anima Machinam, which is these mechs, and that's like their project. That's going to be the first one that's using their system, which is great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Thank you for recapping.
I hope there's others that join that find a benefit to it and you help them. That's amazing.
So what I'm sharing is the website of Draft Factory. It's an artisan keycap maker. As you guys can see, they have a lot of collaboration in the Web2 already, and this is also an experimental drop for them to enter the Web3 via ArtisanVerse. But while talking to them, they are very skeptical, so they want to try, because they have to protect their Web2 business as well as their users. So taking step by step. If this first drop is a success, then there will be more involvement from them as well as other creators that are waiting for this to see how well this drops be. Yeah. Because at first we're not gonna do a big drop like Funko, just very much smaller drops to cover all the production costs.
And you hear what he's saying, guys, right? So they're like, which I think this is the right approach. You can't just start a service like to do this just out of the blue. I feel like what you're doing is good, but it's going to depend on how it goes too. So everybody, if you want their service to succeed and them to help other people handle VRLs, make sure to like share this drop and get this drop. What can you tell us any kind of dates, or is it just still upcoming? And also, what kind of pricing would the drop be whenever it happens?
We are aiming to late August, okay. But we're taking our time to polish the best, so it might delay to September.
Okay.
So as long as we have everything ready, we don't want to rush it, because it's a good chance. Like you can see the Ultraman drops on Atomic Hub Launchpad. To me, it doesn't go quite well, so it might be a hurdle for them to continue the second drop on other brands on that thing. So we want to take this one pretty carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's a good approach. Yeah.
So back to our figure. Yeah. Sorry, keep going.
I said it's a good approach, and you're marketing ahead of time. Here you are at NFTOPIA letting us all know what's going on. So I think that's great that you're doing that.
Yeah, I think we will get. We need a lot of support from the Wax community. We truly believe that the end products, or the quality of the end products, or the collectibles, is the number one thing. Mm-hmm. We don't have the IPs to help us like Funkos, so we have to compete by offering a really high quality figures to different niches.
Yeah, I'm reading what's on your screen. An artisan keycap refers to the removable cover or top part of a keyboard key. I didn't know that. Tell us more about that. What we're looking at here. That's the robot head.
Yeah, so it's the robot head. You can take it out and put it on the base, and that base you can put on a a button on your mechanical
Oh,
keyboard.
so your
It's a
your
pretty cool
physical.
niches, I think.
Okay, so you're. I see. That is it. So you have these figurines, these mechs, but now you can pop their heads off and you can put them on your keyboard. So they're like keys. I've never heard
Yeah,
of something like that. That's
yeah,
different.
yeah. It's a cool concept, I think, and it's what Draft Factory is interested into. It's a new concept, so it works in Web 2. That's the requirement. Is the concept must be good enough that even if we don't do NFT, it has to be, uh, appeal to Web 2 audience.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it's another audience that we try to target and onboard on a later phase is the artisan keycap audience, like poorly Web 2 audience. Now they see a new keycap collection by a well-known maker, and it's only available in the Web3 or Wax marketplace. And now they can go visit like Atomic Hub, and they can see that, oh, I can buy this NFT, and then later on I can redeem it, to so I can receive a physical keycap. So that's a way to bring more people to Web3 place, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Any thoughts and questions from anybody? Let's start in the chat. We'll let them know. Otherwise, carry on. Good stuff.
Okay, so this is the roadmap of the collection. We start mid-year this, and we're currently on finalizing the prototype of all the figures, and we should have it ready with the sale. Yes. So we take the Funko timeline to be our example. So the redemption and window will end probably 3 or 4 quarters from the drops. It might be sooner if the production process is faster. Yes. So the team, you can see, it's an example for other the vision that we are doing. So ArtisanVerse is served as an incubator, and Shell Industry is the artist, and Draft Factory is just another artist or maker that we connect together to bring this project to life.
Okay.
And it's also a great thing that we tell them is in the Web3 place is collaboration is so easy, and it's such a great thing that we have to captivate.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
So yeah, on ArtisanVerse, we're building just the community and updating on the process of creating the collection, and the website should be ready soon with the drops info when we have it. So people can right now, UK guys can follow us on Twitter and Discord. Here's the Shell Industries. On the right, you can see it's a gunpla figure of our founder is Mr. Hiep. Later on, I can share. You can share. Check out his studio. It's called Neo Vault Studio to see the gunpla works, and I think you will be amazed by the detail and the quality of what his team does. So Draft Factory. So by doing this, we try to onboard two market and two niches. One is art toy figure, and one is artisan keycap into a two-in-one product. So yeah, that's a slight introduction on the draft on the Shell collection.
That's awesome. So Shell Industries is the artist team. Okay, I didn't know that. All right. Well,
Yeah, it's an artist team that
that's
that looking
awesome.
to get into Web3 and yeah,
Where's everybody at in the world? Where are you from?
we're all from Vietnam.
Oh, from Vietnam. Okay.
Yes, yes. So we
Anybody?
try to work with local supplier to 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 be able to for easier communication and to get the prototype and the end product
Hmm.
out quickly as soon as possible. Yes.
What kinds of uh,
Anybody has questions?
Yeah, right. Anybody has questions, throw them at us. Either about the Anima Machinam collection, which is going to be those mech VRLs, which with keycap heads, I guess you can deck out your keyboard, uh, and then the ArtisanVerse. All right, here's your roadmap. Hold tight on that. So Q2. So yeah, you can see exactly what they're doing. I'm sure this is all on their website, artisanverse.io, and their goal will be to first launch the collection and then provide services for others to handle their VRLs. What kind of projects do you think might be a good fit for this? Obviously, other figurines but how would you even take that? Like, let's say I'm an indie and I have art. Whether it's how would you take that and make that into a VRL or help them do that? Do I need like a 3D version, a 3D model, or what?
Yep, you definitely need a 3D artist or a 3D modeler. If you have a 2D art and you need a 3D artist to turn that into a figure on an art toy that you can, somehow 3D print into a prototype. And it depends on what kind of products you want to make.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if it's like a plastic figurine or something, that would be 3D printed, and that would be super accurate to whatever the 3D model is, which is great technology. Well, but would there be any other things though? Like let's say I have a products. Would you be able to like? Well, I guess that doesn't make sense either. Or maybe I don't know. Let's assume I have a bunch of product and I would ship it all to you. Would you facilitate that too, for the VRLs? I'm just trying to brainstorm here. Or would it
Sure,
be
sure.
more
I think
focused on
you should
things
have
like figurines?
a anything physical products that have a collectible, features, limited and highly wanted by a group of people. I think can fit to VIRL. But what I think important is you should have a concept of a story for the collection, just not a bunch of physical products grouped together to sell.
You're right.
Because I think the way at this moment the way Funko success is showing that you need both you need quality in both the digital parts and the physical parts because they have you need to collect all the digital parts, the digital NFT as well. That's a part of the fun, I guess.
Yeah. I would agree with that because the NFTs on their own are collectibles. So we're here even without it's as if we are holding a figurine without actually having it in our hand, which I think is already by itself great. So like if a project is just having some figurines, it's just a thing. And that's all it is. This is what it's going to be. It looks like the NFT. You can collect it, but we don't have IP. We don't have people don't want it yet. I think that's a wrong approach. I
Mhm.
think you need to add a lot more to that to build your IP first. I mean, you can
Yeah,
start with your
sure.
figurines like they're doing, but look at them. They got, like you say, a story. That's a good word. Story, community building. You have a project that's not just you're not just selling these random physicals that are just like a store. The fact that you are creating a
Yeah.
community, a story around it, building around it, that's what the project is. And then you're creating your IP that way, and people would want those things more. Uh, But even the NFTs, I mean, that's even if you don't get, like you say, they're super limited. So even without that, just the fact that you have NFTs is already collectible, and we know this. Will you
Yeah, true.
do you ever you anticipate any other utility in the future beyond like your limited VRLs or any kind of staking or anything?
Yes, we have a lot of in plans. I want to show to we want to distribute our tokens to create a community economy. We want like every project we onboard, we plan to share 2% of all of the projects trading secondary trading market volume
Okay, that's a cool one.
back to our token holders. Yeah.
Uh,
So
tokens.
if
So
we even get like
like fungible
yes,
token, you're gonna have you have your own token or going to, or do you mean like the NFTs?
yes, we will have our own tokens,
Okay.
and the token holders they can stake that token to receive the share of all the trading
Oh,
secondary trading volume
you're gonna
of the
trade.
projects that we onboard on.
You're gonna stake the tokens, not the NFTs, but the tokens, and then you're gonna get a share of the
Yeah,
secondary. How would you get token?
the token is we plan to create a game as well, because I think it's a fit for the Wax ecosystem, because number one use case on Wax is game. We don't want to to not do that, and we have a lot of experience in making games as well. So
Wow.
if ideally the game NFTs will be released the same time with the VIRL drops, but we're not gonna sell any of the gaming NFTs, because if we do that, then we have to deal with the ROI and all the expectation that investors, if they buy something, they require something back. So and we plan to distribute the gaming NFTs as a bonus with all the VIRL drops that we launch. So for example, if you buy a small pack of VIRL, it's the same price as Funko. It's $10 for the small pack and $30 for the big packs. And if you buy that, and you have 5% of that to receive a gaming NFT packs uh, small pack, and the same as if you buy a big packs VIRL big packs, and you have 5% of receiving a big NFT game packs, and from that NFTs is the basic staking, crafting, blending game. And we I think we're not gonna do a clicking game, just stake and receive the tokens. So with that token, then you can use to stake to receive a share of the secondary
Mm-hmm.
trading volume of the projects. Yeah.
Awesome. So you're gonna have crafting, blending. Yeah. So they got a lot more common for the rest of the year. You see on this nice looking roadmap here. So that's great. You guys really. It seems like you're passionate. You're on it early before it's launching, and that's good. That's a good thing. Anybody has questions? It's your last call. Well, kind of. We've got some time here, because the next one will be Alcor right next door, but I don't see Zoller yet, so we're good. Do you want to show any more
Yeah.
visuals
Oh, yeah.
or anything else?
Sure. Let me share.
And the bounty block is right there in the chat, y'all. I got 2 prizes on it, 2 pins. Go ahead and enter that thing. I think I'm gonna do that the rest of the day, hourly. 2 pins.
So this is the studio that we are working with to create our gaming NFTs and uh, PFP NFTs.
Wow, you're gonna have PFPs also?
So they are, yeah, PFP also. PFP will be used as a profile picture to level up your account.
Are
and
you?
they will not be sold. That's I guarantee for sure.
Well, that's some
So
good.
this studio will handle the graphics and all the uh, effect stuff that coming out of ArtisanVerse
Wow.
as
Well,
an
that's like
in-house project.
a full. This is like Hollywood, is what it looks like. That's straight up top quality right there.
Yeah, they do a lot of outsourcing for Hollywood stuff. So
Wow. Well, looking forward to the arts. This is yeah. Like I like that stuff. The digital arts. I'm not a physical collector, but I love NFT
yeah,
arts. So this is beautiful.
we want to make sure the digital part is as good as the physical part as well. So people want to collect actually collect the digital NFTs. Yeah, I think that's all I want to share.
Oh, this
And
is cool.
if
Yeah,
anybody has any questions,
yeah. Go a little slower here. We have our characters. This is cool. Codename Gulf Eagle. Roll air to air combat. So you got a little story with them too. Era World War II. These things were around in World War II. It looks cool. So they're like mechs. So what's the story on? Yeah, the mech. Is there a person inside, or are they full robot? What's the deal with them?
they full it's full robot. It actually happens in the future, but like the alien force, they revive the weapons of the old eras, and there'll be two side allies and axis as well. So in the first collection, we'll have three characters of allies versus three characters of axis.
Awesome. So we're in the future, and we have yeah, but it says the country of origin and the era. That's old Nazi Germany in World War II. Does it all happen again in the future? Imperial
Yeah,
Japan.
they'll
Oh,
get revived and
hmm.
let me see some more artworks of what we're currently
Yeah, go
working on.
go ahead. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool art. So even if you don't get the physicals, these digital arts, they're really awesome. And they ain't no AI here. He showed us the studio and the artists, so they hand drawn all this stuff, right? Or whatever, digital hand drawn.
Yeah, it's Android. Actually, after this event, then we'll have a series of free drops of the sticker ones that you can go and collect them. Uh, the only requirement is you have to be verified Honeycomb on our Discord. And in the end, if you collect the full set of stickers, then you can be able to redeem into a physical sticker set that shipped with the physical figure if you have one.
Okay, get some stickers too.
So basically, we try to be a bridge between physical products and digital arts. That's the
Hmm.
e-commerce use case of NFT. Yeah.
Are all of the digital arts, are they all 2D like this, or will there be some 3D model ones as well?
Maybe 3D on the legendaries one, but most of them will be 2Ds. Yes.
Nice. And you mentioned, well, I guess your partner still can't get in. You mentioned that you have a physical prototype, and that you might have a photo or a video of it. That'd be cool to see a real one.
Yeah. Sure. Let me share. So let me talk about the artisan keycap. It's a small niche of a mechanical keyboard. that got really popular during the COVID times because most of people stay home and
Your screen's
they
not
have new
changing right now.
hobbies. I know. I'm finding the link
Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. I thought maybe it froze.
because it's not a website. It's like an app and it's, can I reload the VOD
Yeah, go ahead.
video
Yeah,
Ninja?
same link.
Okay.
Last chance on the bounty block, y'all. Last chance. 2 pin winners.
So this is the prototype of the keycap.
Oh, look at that keycap. Yeah, it's not something you want on all your keys, but you wouldn't have all your keys anyway because it's limited. But look at that. It's like the escape button, though. That's a good one to put it on. The escape button.
You don't want to type on this a lot because it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, you don't want to replace all your
But,
keys and
it's
try
a
to type.
collectible thing.
But I like it on the escape. That's a cool
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It's a sample. And here's some of the sketch that of the GB model. So this is the concept art, and we turn this into a 2D concept art, and we're gonna turn it into a 3D GB models like this.
Wow, so you do have the models already. Look at that, guys.
Yeah, we have some models. This is the initial concept that we want to combine 2 niches into one. So this is the Abrams tank of the US, and this is the Zero jet fighter of Imperial Japan.
Awesome. Yeah, I like these visuals too. So thanks for pulling this up. See some 3D. See a little bit of a photo of the keycap. Tissue's over here saying, "Amazing, dude." All right, thanks, Tissues.
Thanks, man.
Who's gonna get one of these?
Let me share.
Like you said, they're gonna look to dropping late August, maybe September. They want to make sure it's nice and the best it can be before it drops. There's very limited amounts of the actual physicals, so you have to just work your way. So if I was trying to get the physical, what am I doing to try to get that? Is it a blended like a race of a blend, or is it random like a pack type thing? Oh, and there's a video of the physical. Look at that.
Just a prototype, but you get a sense of what's coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Tissues asked, you can buy direct or via NFTs. Well, it's via NFTs, but that's also what I'm asking. So how would I end up with one? What would I need to do to try to get one?
You can try your luck by participating in the drops. It's the same as Funko, If you open the rare one, the legendary and upper tier, then you can redeem.
Oh, so it is chance. So it's the chance of getting one in a pack. It's not like you're blending up to get to the top rarity.
Yeah, it's
all
a
right.
chance.
So you just
if you don't want to participate in the drop, then you just buy directly the one that gets open on the secondary.
Yeah, yeah. So it's packs, and you're gonna have the rarity, the legendary rarity. Those ones will be the physicals. What count would there be? Is there a max of how many there you would do?
We're planning to have 200 of each figure.
Okay, 200 of each figure. Well, that's not. And how many figures? There was like 6. How many?
6.
6.
6 figures.
All right, so that's a good number of physicals then. So there's a decent chance of getting one. What are the chances in a pack? What's your legendary chance?
It's pretty low. I don't have it here, but it's the same as the Funko one.
Okay.
So there's 2 ways to do it. Either you collect all the digital NFTs and you can redeem that into an exclusive figure for the digital NFTs. That is called a royalty tier. So we have one royalty tier that you need to collect all the digital NFT to redeem, and we have four legendary figures tiers, and one grail tier is the most limited one with only 100 figures. The royalty one we have the biggest quantity around 300 to 400, and the legendary will be around 200. Yes.
All right. Well, we're about out of time, but thank you for the presentation. And yeah, it was a great slideshow too. That helped a lot. So, but a quick recap: Anima Machinam. It's the booth that's actually next to us. You can look at the slides too. That's the mech collection that you just saw. With it's going to have packs, a small percentage chance of getting a physical, and then those physical figurines. They also you can pop their heads off and you can put them on a keyboard keycaps, which is cute. And then they have stories behind them, very awesome looking artwork. And that's just the collection. Basically, then ArtisanVerse is a service to help other creators facilitate their VRLs. So they're starting with this collection first to pilot it, and hopefully that does well. And then they want to provide that service for others. So if there's other creators that want to do figurines or other things made out of their 3D models and things like that, and they need that third party to facilitate, ArtisanVerse will be here. So hopefully you'll be helping a lot of people too in the coming year. Here you see some photos and different things. So very detailed, very, very detailed artwork.
This is the shout out for the founder of Shell Industries. Like I said, he has a boutique studio in making custom Gundam figures, and they won multiple global awards.
Yeah. Awesome. Multiple global awards. Yeah, look at that art. Oh my God, look at that thing. That's the physical?
It's a custom one. It's built on a default standard one, and customers send it like I want to make the best,
Now that is a mech. That's a scary looking mech. I wouldn't want to meet that guy. Wow, look at all those pieces. Wow.
It requires a lot of, details and skill.
Yeah. All right. Well, we need to move on to Alcor, but thank you very much for this. If anybody wants to tune in and keep up to date, join their Discord, follow them on Twitter. The links, I'm sure, are right here in the booth. Yep, exactly. Twitter, Discord, and the ArtisanVerse booth. And ask any questions there. Keep up to date. We'll know when the drop is later in the month, so maybe late August, maybe September, when everything's all set, and then we can get our packs, and maybe somebody listening might even get a physical. That would be sweet. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for the presentation.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having us.